handsome 소세지.
방찬, I know you're watching this. Shout out. 방찬님 보고 싶어요. 연락 주세요. This is SKZ 방찬's Railway.
Wow.
The last of the solo track.
Already? No.
Already. Here's what's special about this one. Firstly, this is the only one where Bangchan explicitly stated that he looks forward to the way people interpret the song.
Right.
Again, we've heard the tracks from the concert.
Yeah.
So we've seen the performance and we know the music a little bit, but we don't know anything about the lyrics, and we never got to see the music video. Bangchan's Railway was impactful because of Bangchan taking off his shirt.
The performance was just too much.
Yeah.
Like, it was so shocking. Like, oh shit, forgot about the music.
Which is why I'm more excited for this than the other tracks, because I am ready to be surprised. I want to hear the details. I want to see what the music video is like, because I think the unveil had some creepy images.
Yeah.
Not sure where it's going with
And
that.
if you look at the first frame, it says 15.
Oh,
So
that's true.
I wonder if it's gonna be like some kind of like scary horror type of thing or sexy.
Or both. I don't know. We don't know the lyrics. And it says railway. I'm sure that it's about giving respect to the railway workers and nothing more. But knowing Bangchan,
Just like drive in the
Maybe.
course. Yeah.
I'm gonna have my note out this time. Gonna try to focus on the lyrics, the music video. I don't know if it's gonna be even possible to catch everything in one go, but let's try it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. 3, 2, 1.
Click. Oh shit.
Such a
This crazy visual already. Whoa.
What is this? Oh, it's gonna be impossible to focus on everything. What's going on?
Whoa.
Is he a zombie?
It's going for horror type?
Like a Constantine kind of. Look at his eyes.
Yo, it's a lot wider than I thought.
Yeah. Hey.
Ooh, falsetto. Strings.
What did that say? We'll get back to it.
Yo, it's heavy. I love the chord over here.
Wow.
Right. Whoa.
Oh, he's a vampire.
Whoa, yo, this is freaky. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Wow, did you see?
Yo, this is totally not how I expected.
Shit.
What?
Throne.
What? Whoa! Yo, I'm almost tripping. What the Yo, I can't concentrate on the music.
Bangchan, you
I can't.
crazy. Sick.
I'm
Okay.
sweating.
Yeah, this train never sleeps.
Oh,
Oh, it's
Brace
the,
yourself, take a
hey, it's
seat.
giant.
Don't you care about the casualties? Casualties, 'cause it's tough when it's just you and me. You and me.
Harmonies and everything.
oh.
Yeah, this train never sleeps.
Wait, the eyes changed.
It's just
So different
it's-
Bangchan.
This Bangchan has right eye.
Right eye, yeah.
Because it's two sides of the same coin.
Wait, what's the sound?
It's locked up or dying or takes the
Is it Bangchan
Hey, isn't
sound?
that the chair used in the concert? Like, isn't that how the concert clip went?
Whoa!
Yeah, I remember from the concert. Holy crap, man! There's so many things. I need a minute to digest everything here. Also, because you said drive, railway, trains are longer and bigger. That's not actually that I shouldn't say.
Yeah,
That's weird.
I was actually thinking, you know how trains pass the tunnels.
Stop. Longer and bigger.
Bigger
That's the
and
tunnel.
long.
Stop it. Let's not start with that. All right. So first of all, let's get the most obvious stuff out of the way. This was an incredible looking music video.
Exactly.
Probably one of the most stylistic music video from the soul tracks. Just that alone, props. We will definitely be getting to what we think about the narrative, the meaning behind the lyrics and everything. But first of all, let's talk about the music a little bit. This was like very weekendish as well.
Yep.
And I feel like this is something that Bangchan really wanted to do.
Yep. Just like Red Lights.
Yeah, exactly. It really shows his style and his preference too. Yeah.
This song, almost like everything was about wetness. Except the rhythm samples, but even the kick actually has like a bit of like mumbly texture, so that it just feels like, oh, it's not like pointy, you know? And the percussion at the verse is clearly wet, and that 808 snare sounds a bit whitey too, so that it doesn't like kind of like penetrate and all this that. But because like it's mixed with MV sounds, it's a little difficult to get the exact sense of space. The vocals are clearly wet. The synthesizers are wet. Synth bass was also wet with the wide space. And even those like strings type of like effects that's like building up to it, that was also wet. Like the whole general mix was almost wet. If there are some things that weren't wet, such as like some small vocals here and there, they had delays over. So it was just like, dun, dun. It was a lot like wider than I thought, and lots of ambience at the back. Since the performance, like I didn't think of that gonna become like this wide and wet. And if you think about it, there are a lot of ambiences too, you know, like the pluck synth, patty synth, or like a lot of samples here and there, but they're very quiet at the back, but just playing very wet. So it just feels like, oh, I don't feel clearly a presence of wetness, but you still feel like you're like drowning almost. And what I really like is the chord progression in the chorus part. They're going 1 to 6, but like at the sharp 6 going into diminished 7. And I always love those type of chord progressions. It adds that seriousness.
This train never sleeps. Brace yourself, take a seat. Don't you care?
Because in the verse part, it's actually the regular 6. So there's a change between the verse and chorus, which makes it more dramatic.
Got my eyes on you, tracking every single line and every move. Heart is racing day and night.
Also, no bridge.
And I think, you know, the 217 part, that works like a break almost. And that was really cool too.
Yeah, this train never sleeps. Brace yourself, take a
Yeah, it was just like to
show the
sort of
dynamics
modify
and-
the
yeah,
chorus
yeah.
a little bit.
Really loved
because
it.
usually that's when you would expect to hear some kind of a bridge or something to come
Yep,
in,
exactly.
which they didn't have. So it's like a nice way to, and also just music video wise, it works too because like that's the moment you
Yep,
see
yep, the white
other
Bangchan,
Bangchan.
yep.
Speaking of which, yeah, music video and everything. I'm sure a lot of people will have different ideas, and I know we were sort of jokingly stating that maybe it's like Drive and all that, but seriously, I think this is like the perfect mix of Drive and Red Lights in that it's got multiple layers. But what's different about this one, I feel like, is there are 3 layers. I feel like the first layer is the narrative seen from the perspective of the music video. Second layer would be the lyrical narrative,
Right.
which would be more or less sexual. I think a lot of people would take that as like could a lyric scream Bangchan louder than this kind of lyrics. And the third one I think is the subtext, which is sort of what Red Lights did with the obsessiveness and all that. So let's get the easy one out of the way, which is like the sexual one, I feel like, and we'll just literally get it out of the way because you can read it and you can see it. It can be about 2 different people in the usual Bangchan manner. Shout out.
More, please.
It's gonna be a rough ride. And so let's move on to the music video one. First of all, why vampire?
Vampires signify some kind of like desire, or, you know.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That primitive desire.
And aren't there also like some kind of like vampire movies that connects with like sexual
Oh, I'm sure.
kind of like going for the neck? And
One of my favorite being Park Chan-wook's Thirst. Using vampire instead of like zombies or werewolves makes more sense when you want to depict a certain type of internal struggle. Because first of all, vampires are more aware of themselves than werewolves or zombies who basically lose humanity right
Yeah,
away.
yeah.
You can sort of see in the music
Yeah,
video
just like
that
the
Bang
dogs,
Chan
yeah.
gradually loses himself.
Ah.
So I think Vampire makes sense that way. Also, it is an easy way to make the music video more sexy because
Yeah.
Bang Chan is a sexy man. So music video narrative-wise, it almost feels like the other Bang Chan is telling the dark Bang Chan to let go and just go for it. And Bang Chan is sort of like struggling to keep his humanity and like just attacking. And you can even hear in different parts where they say casualties, or hold on to this railing or whatever. So different lyrics that if you didn't watch the music video would feel different. But in the music video, that sort of translates visually to something very aggressive and something very violent. That's like a struggle. And that's why at the end you see the giant Bang Chan, I will just say, because like the white outfit sort of reminded me of it, encounters the dark Bang Chan, who is very afraid to see the giant Bang Chan, and he either gets locked up or dies or loses humanity. And I'll say light Bang Chan actually. Light Bang Chan takes over. Two sides of the same coin. They are complementary or supplementary.
And also, like, because like almost at the end, the dark Bang Chan like locks himself back. Does that have something to do with like meeting the light Bang Chan, or does he always like he just comes out and then do his work and then he just comes back?
I think the dark Bang Chan is struggling with the fact that he is doing something that he desires but also kind of doesn't want to. And he has no control over because he's changing. He regrets it almost because he sees what is done. And I think there was a part in the middle where he just goes into the light because that's how he would die if he's a vampire, right? So I almost feel like he wants to end it all. But then like they got this time rewinding type of effect as if he has seen something happening and decides to end it there and then. Or maybe he's like, no, I can't die like this. I need to do something about the light Bang Chan. I don't know what's up with that. Obviously, this is the music video narrative, which is intentionally ambiguous. But I think the point is that music video wise, it is depicting a story of a vampire who is sort of losing control and is struggling with what he's done. And there's two sides to him. The other one almost kind of being the evil version that is trying to control, which is also very cool. You don't really get this kind of narrative in K-pop music.
True, no.
Sort of reminded me of DPR.
Yeah, I was gonna say that too.
Right, a little bit with thunders and everything. That's like the second layer, I feel like. But the subtext, just like Red Lights, I think is about Bang Chan himself, internal conflict, struggles, especially as a K-pop idol in Korea. He is in a position where whatever he says or whatever he decides to do is basically talked about, judged, imprinted on the internet forever.
That's the weight of a superstar.
Yeah, and some people will decide to take it the wrong way, and there is a stress that comes with it, musically or otherwise.
The worst part of like being an idol is that no matter how good intention you were doing, everybody's gonna talk shit about it.
Always going to be a group of people.
Yeah, no matter how much you do well, they don't care.
And I think that's why it's important to see that Bang Chan is telling two sides of himself that they are staring at the ticket that says one trip, as in one-way trip. Whatever you do, there's no going back. Everything becomes such a significant move when you're in a position like Bang Chan is, and especially as a leader, that sometimes you do need to listen to a voice where it says, you know what, when we're together, as in when you believe in yourself and not listen to other people, and when you actually act on your own will, decide to trust yourself, you don't have to worry about casualties. You can just go for it. Brace yourself, because it will be a rough ride, but it's safe when it's you and me, as in when I am myself. So I think it's almost like a letter to himself in one way, or to the members, but mostly to himself, that he needs to sometimes let the beast out and do what he thinks is right, or do what his heart desires. Because the whole point of the vampire attacking is that it is primitive. It is something that is instinctual. It's something that he cannot deny as part of himself, and not think about what that could mean to millions of people, because everybody's gonna have different opinions. What matters is you and me, as in Bang Chan and Bang Chan.
Yo, what do you think about these fencing dogs?
The what?
I just call them fencing dogs.
Are you talking about this music video?
Yeah. Like the fencing outfits looking dogs. I would just consider them
dogs.
What? It's almost like Bang Chan's like the owner of them, and you see the fencing dogs are just like running like this too. Like it's not human like.
That's true. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to be just, I want to believe that it's stylistic, because I think they're not supposed to have individuality. It's just a mass of of people. It's not a real, genuine person-to-person connection, which is also interesting because he's trying to maintain his humanity. And the people that he's supposedly killing are less human-like. But I wouldn't know about that.
Yeah, Bangchan was petting them but eating them at the same time, so it's like
right,
like 도축장, you know. just
is that us, Bangchan? Is that stay? I'm sorry. Honestly, some of the things you did, I'm sure people will appreciate. But anyways, him drinking blood and all that was very... It was weird. It made me feel in weird ways. Very negative and also very positive. And did you realize that Bangchan didn't take his shirt off?
I was actually thinking that this might not happen in the music video. If you watch the music video, like it would be a bit awkward to just...
No reason to put it there.
Yeah, no.
Also, we're talking about self-struggle and every decision making a big impact.
Because lyrics already...
So why engrave it?
Yeah, lyrics already has that point, and doing that on the stage would be like making more sense.
It's genuinely a very meaningful and serious song.
Exactly.
So there's no point in doing
that. Because that would be
a
bit distracting.
Oh yeah.
Than
I agree.
The actual intention of
it's already distracting enough with the way Bangchan is doing these things.
I'm sweating. I'm scared.
Is it just IN's music video that had the most skin showing?
Yeah, I think so.
What a surprise. Oh, sorry. And one more thing. There was a part in the middle where I said, what does that say? And I'll get to it later. I actually found the frame around like 55, 56 seconds. There's one frame that shows the phrase. The evil deed committed always returns to the person who committed it.
Oh.
So that was the sign.
Oh.
If somebody knows like the other sign, please let us know, because I cannot really translate that one. So that was Bangchan's Railway. I gotta say, the music video and everything made the song way better for me.
Yeah, me too.
And the lyrics. I think Bangchan intended this music to be a full experience.
I say it's one of the best music videos.
Lyrically too, I think this is one of the most interesting ones because it's got so many layers. So thank you, Bangchan.
Yeah, we connected?
Wi-Fi?
Yeah. So we connect Wi-Fi, drive together, get in the train, and let's go to tunnel.
And then we'll have a full course meal, right?
Oh, yes. And the 63 billing.
Wow. Sorry, Bangchan.
Yeah.
Shout out. That was Bangchan's Railway. Please let us know what you thought about this song, but also the music video and the lyrics. What was your interpretation? And now that we're done, what is your favorite solo track? We gotta ask. Right at this moment, as you're watching this video, what is your favorite? And as usual, if you want more SKZ contents like this, check out our Patreon page and you can get things earlier too, because by the time you're watching this, we may have other things uploaded already. See you in the next one, everybody.
See ya!
Chris, pow pow.
Yax Argons.
JT.
Lilith Rain.
20 Feb.
Danny Lee.
Eleanor Davis.
Dooley.
Elizabeth.
Callista Freeman.
Ma.
Joanna Aran.
Jessica C.
Precise Call.
Dane Pengas.
Hongjoong's Teeth Enthusiast.
Juanita City Brassert.
Julie Oberbaumer.
Monica.
Lisa K.